Hello again. In today's mission, the Imperium has dispatched a small team to investigate this mysterious altar that has suddenly appeared in the midst of a strange stone circle in the middle of a snowy wasteland. So this is the board we're going to be using. As you can see, we've got a bit of a stone circle going on, a lot of snow, and this mysterious altar in the middle. So let's take a look at the armies that are going to be playing on this board today. Okay, so this is the force the Imperium has sent to investigate the altar, and I'm just going to explain a little bit about this force because it's a bit strange. I was browsing on eBay one day, not looking for anything in particular, and I came across these grey knights, and they were just painted so amazingly. I thought, I'm going to buy those. So they look brilliant. At the time I had no interest in grey knights, didn't have the codex or anything, I just thought they looked so good I had to buy them. So it's going to be a bit of a strange battle today, in the fact that this is not a legal army, as I have no HQ choice. It's just going to be a little bit of a fun and narrative mission. So let's have a look. At the front here we've got 5 Terminators. This guy, well, three of them have their Nemesis Force Halberds and Stormbolters. This fella has a halberd and a side cannon. And we got one with the Nemesis Demon Hammer. Over here we've got 7 Marines, 3 Nemesis Demon Hammers, and the rest of them have the Force Halberds. And on this side there's another unit of 7, which they all have Force Swords, and there's one guy there with a side cannon. So that is the force that has been sent down to investigate the altar and the mysterious goings on in this Arctic wasteland. Okay, unbeknownst to the Grey Knights, this little altar is the epicenter of some warp rift, portal type things, and there is a massive demon incursion going on. So this is who they will be facing. Let's have a look. We've got one unit of 10 Bloodletters with an instrument and a banner. Another unit of 10, instrument and banner. Another unit of 10, instrument and banner. And then we've got these yellow fins at the front. There's just 8 of them, no instrument, no banner. And then in the middle we've got Harold the Herald, little head chopper. So what I'm going to be doing is rolling for reserves with these Bloodletters, and they're going to come on randomly each turn and see if the Grey Knights can withstand them. And every time a unit is destroyed, I'm going to roll a dice on a 4+, they're going to go back into reserves, old fashioned style, except for the Herald. Once the Herald is destroyed, he's gone. And it's going to be random game length, so 5 to 7 turns, and we're going to see if the Grey Knights can hold off this incursion. I don't have the latest Chaos Demon book, So I'm going to be playing the blood letters out of the Chaos Space Marine Codex, and the Herald I'm going to be using the old Index Chaos book. So I'm not sure if that's up to date, but it doesn't matter because it's only me playing and it's a fun narrative game anyway. Okay, here's the deployment. The Grey Knights, as you can see, they're all examining the altar. There's a couple of them standing guard. That's where they'll be deployed. And demons will come on from random board edges. Now what I'm going to do to try and make it a bit more fair, because there is quite a lot of demons, I'm going to give the Grey Knights 3 command points plus D6. So I'm going to roll that here. They get 4. Not bad. So they've got 7 command points to use. Also, I just rolled up their psychic powers. So this is what they've got. The Terminators got Hammer Hand. The Strike Squad with the Halberds, Gate of Infinity, and the squad with the swords got Sanctuary, and they all have Smite as well. So let's get on to turn 1. Right, movement. I rolled the reserves. This unit of demons came on this table edge. The Terminators have turned around to engage them. This squad have moved over to have a peek at the Herald. He came on, he's hiding behind that big rock. And over there, another unit of Bloodletters came on that side, and this unit's turned around to face them. So now we're going to go on to the Psychic phase. Okay, Psychic phase. The Terminators cast Smite and got Perils of the Warp, so I had to use a command point to re-roll that one. So they've lost a command point already, but they did get Smite off, and they did 2 wounds. I got rid of 2 Bloodletters over there, and then this unit over here did Smite as well, went off no problems, and they caused 3 wounds to the Bloodletters. So now going on to the shooting phase. Well, the shooting phase was devastating. These Terminators killed all but 2 of the Bloodletters, and then they failed their morale massively. So that unit is gone, which is first blood. And over here, the Strike Squad, they were all in rapid fire range with their Storm Bolters, and they obliterated that squad as well. All of them gone. So actually that was first blood, that unit over there. So I'm just going to roll up now to see if this unit goes into ongoing reserves on a 3+. They do not, so that unit is gone. And the other unit over there, they do. Okay, so turn 1, pretty good for the Grey Knights. They've got rid of this unit, killed that unit, but they'll be going back into reserves. Oh, and this Strike Squad just advanced. They didn't do any shooting. They just advanced 3 inches to get a better line of sight on the Herald over there. So going on to Demons, turn 2. Okay, movement for the Demons. This little unit of 8, the Yellow Fins, I call them, they passed their reserves roll and came on this table edge. So they're in charge distance of these guys. And the Herald, moved up 6 and advanced another 5, I think, so he's moved quite far. So he's ready face them next turn. So we're going on to the assault phase now for the demons. Alright, the demons have struck back viciously. They lost 2 to Overwatch, but they made it in, and then wiped out 6 men from the squad. There's only the Justicar left, who failed to do anything against them, even with his Nemesis Demon Hammer. But he did pass his morale test. So he's standing there by himself, fighting on against these yellow fins. Okay, I also forgot to mention, just in the assault phase, the Grey Knights used up 4 of their command points trying to fight off the demons, to no avail, so they're now down to 2. Movement, the Terminators have turned the corner and they're heading back to try and lend a hand down there. This squad has moved closer to the Herald, except for the Psy Cannon fellow, who stayed still so he can fire at his full ballistic skill. So on to the psychic phase. Alright, I realised I was playing Smite wrong, because it's different for the Grey Knights than it is usually. Obviously it's the first time I played Grey Knights, so I've corrected that. And they just do 3 mortal wounds against demons, straight off, no D3, but the range is reduced. So this unit casts Smite on the Herald, so he only has 1 wound left. And over there, the Terminators smited into the combat and killed 3 more Bloodletters. So that little guy by himself is getting a bit of help now. So now we're going to go on to the assault phase. Oh, I'm sorry, shooting phase. Shooting phase, Harold is gone. He was taken out by the Psy Cannon. So they didn't even need their Storm Bolters. Just took out his 1 last wound. So this squad is now free to lend a hand. Going on to the assault phase now. So this is absolute carnage here. The Terminators managed to charge in. They had to use another command point to make the charge, but they made it and wiped out that unit of demons. And now they've consolidated in that direction. So we're just going to roll up a 3+ to see if this unit goes into ongoing reserves, which they do on a 4. So the yellow fins will be coming back. Now on to Demons turn 3. Right, the Grey Knights lucked out because none of the demon reserves have come on this turn, so the Grey Knights just got a free turn. But the game's not over yet because they have to survive for a minimum of 5 turns. So I've just moved the Terminators up and the lone guy has moved up. The other unit has stayed still, so they're just kind of moving a bit closer together so they can try and help each other out. And they've collected up their casualties and left them in a little pile here. So on to turn 5 or 4. I'll double check. Right, here's turn 4, and the yellow fins are back. They passed their reserve roll and came on from this table edge, so they're quite far away, which gives the Grey Knights a chance to shoot them down. So the Grey Knights have just turned back and they're all kind of clumped together, facing towards the new threat. So we'll now go on to the psychic phase. I don't think they're going to be in range to do anything to the Bloodletters, so they might try and use their friendly psychic powers to help each other out. So we'll have a look and get that done. Psychic phase did not go well for the Grey Knights. tried to cast Gate of Infinity with the intention of moving this squad closer to the Daemons so that they could shoot them down. Failed the warp charge value, used a command point and failed again, so they have now used up all of their command points, so they've got to survive for a minimum of one more turn with no command points. So I'm just going to measure up and see if they're in range. They may just be in range with their storm bolters, so we'll have a look. Okay, unfortunately nothing was in range for them, so they just advanced. The Terminators and the Lone Knight advanced an inch each, and the Sword Squad advanced 3 inches, so not very exciting, but it does mean that they now move on to turn 5, so this could be the last turn if the Grey Knights can survive. So let's roll up for the Demons reserves and see what happens on turn 5. Alright, the Demons are out in full force now. Both the remaining units in reserve passed their reserve rolls, and they both rolled this table edge. So we've got this big unit of 10 coming on here, another unit of 10 there, and then the guys over here managed to move forward and advance 5 inches, so they are also breathing down the Grey Knights' necks now. So we're going to go straight on to the assault phase. Okay, I advanced this unit up before I did the assault phase. Devastating assault phase for the Demons again. They lost 2 on Overwatch, but made it in, and they've killed all except the Justicar in this squad, and the Justicar failed to do anything back, so he's just about to get swarmed. So now moving on to Grey Knight's turn. Okay, movement and psychic phase. The Terminators moved up as close as they can get to this squad. They then casted Smite into the combat, killing another 3 bloodletters. The guy in the combat with his sword cast Sanctuary on the guy behind him, so he has a 5-up invulnerable. And then the lone guy there tried to smite, but he failed. So now we're going to try and shoot the Demons to death. Alright, they managed to take out most of this squad with shooting. There's only 2 of them left. So now we're going to charge into combat. Right, in combat, this unit of bloodletters finished off the last 2 guys there, and then they passed their morale and got their demonic icon roll. So 1 guy came back from the dead. Terminators finished off most of the unit except for 1 guy who did a wound back, so this guy's got 1 left, and then he passed his morale as well. So on to turn... oh, actually, I think that might be the end of turn 5. So we'll roll up to see if the game continues. Alright, just going to roll to see if the game continues because it's the end of turn 5. So on a 3+. It's a 2. So the game ends there, and the Grey Knights have survived. The remaining bloodletters vanish back into the warp, giving up their assault. So the Grey Knights survived the onslaught despite taking heavy casualties. They've lost 14 men in total. Only the Terminators survive. So it's a bit of a bloody battle there, but they held out till the end. Grey Knight victory. final thoughts for today's battle then. I know it was only a little fun thing, but I had fun. Just enjoyed that. And I really like these Grey Knights. I like the different weapons they've got, like the side cannon and the nemesis hammers and swords and halberds, and the models look fantastic. So I may look to purchase some more in the future. We'll start off by getting an HQ and then see where we go from there. But good debut for them.